So I wanted to show you this pulley that we're carrying in the store. This is by GripTech. If you've heard of these guys, this is probably one of the most amazing pulleys I've ever dealt with, and I've been supercharging for 25 years. I've had a lot of experience with overspeeding blowers, overrunning belts, having traction issues, even designing some of my own belt systems for the Jackson superchargers back in the day. So when I got a chance to use one of these, I was so amazed. I said, we've got to have it, we've got to carry it in the store. If we're having this issue, I know countless other people are. So I'm going to try and get some shots here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is a textured coating that they put on there, as well as like a machine finish. Now this is just to give you kind of a side-by-side comparison. This pulley is for the Science of Speed supercharger, and it's for the 1200. This is a 3-inch pulley. One thing you notice different, the way they do it, is they have a hub and then the pulley bolts to the hub. That way, once this hub is installed, you can change the size of the pulley much easier. But it gives them, obviously, a clever idea, the ability to make one pulley for 6 ribs and then make a hub to fit the application. So a very clever design. Also makes it easier for you to take apart if you want to change the boost. Now 3-inch on an S2000, 3 inches about as small as you want to go without overrunning the supercharger. Now even with Science of Speed's additional idler pulley, we've found that this is a little bit on the small side where it has belt traction issues. Now we're going to offer this as a pulley in a 3-inch, and I have a 3.6 right here. 3 inches as small as you want to go safely with the factory size crank pulley that comes with the kit, but I do recommend you use the Gates heavy duty green belt. Now this isn't a scientific experiment, but it's just amazing when you get this pulley on here and just lay it on the belt and feel, basically it's like a polished finish. Now of course it relies on traction by tightening this belt up to get it to pull into that pulley for the friction to actually work, for it to engage. But you can kind of pull as hard as you can and it's still easy to spin that pulley. Now you put this sucker on here and it's almost like it's got like a knurling finish. It grabs on that pulley. So you can see I'm not stretching the belt. This would be stretching it, but trying to get this to slip is unbelievable, the amount of tension it's got on there, as opposed to just the conventional pulley. You'll see this if you log the boost on a supercharged car, especially with a smaller pulley. Tends to fall off boost upper RPM. Once you get 7,000 RPMs, you actually see the boost start to taper off, and you keep cranking tension on this, and then you'll see the boost pick up all the way. Problem is you end up with a lot of tension on this, a lot of side load on your supercharger. You got to pull this way, it's getting a lot of tension. Then the idler pulley and the tensioner and the crank, everything has a lot of load on it to stop it slipping. But when you just hold this and put it on the belt, it's very easy to turn. Obviously I'm not putting much tension on it. You put the GripTec pulley on there and it's almost like Velcro. It's like, first off, you can hear it. Can you hear that? It grips on there. It's unbelievable. Now how I found out about these pulleys, we were tuning a Corvette back in the day. It was an LT4 and the pulley was like a 2.3 inch and we could not get that pulley to hold. Someone told us about a GripTec pulley. It was a pulley that was even smaller. It immediately fixed the problem. We got away with less tension on the belt and it still had boost all the way to redline. Well, we now have these in stock for the Science of Speed kit for the S2000. So real quick, this is what a complete pulley looks like. This is the part that bolts to this. So this is the hub. This is keyed just like the factory pulley for the supercharger. This is puts onto the supercharger and bolts on in the conventional way. And then to change pulleys, you're basically just changing it with the, sits that way, with just changing the Allen bolts, 6 Allen bolts, and you're changing the pulley size. This is a 3.6, so we carry them in the store. We carry a 3.6 with the hub ready to bolt onto your kit, and then we're going to carry the 3-inch with the hub, just like I showed you. It's going to come with the hub like this, and the green belt, which is the Gates heavy duty belt. This is the right size belt for this pulley. So if you're going to use this pulley with your factory Science of Speed crank pulley, this is the right size. It's been tested. We've done back-to-back runs with this, tested it on a handful of cars to make sure this is the right size belt. You're going to buy this pulley and the belt. It goes together, no problems. And again, if you buy the Science of Speed kit that has the additional tensioner, if you was to look at this from the top, this would be the supercharger. You would have basically the tensioner on one side, and they have an additional idler on the other side, which helps with belt tension. Basically puts a little bit more wrap on your pulley. By wrap, I mean the belt is wrapping around the pulley greater distance. More wrap you get, the more traction you get. So if you get the Science of Speed kit, order it with the extra idler pulley. If we do your kit, that's the one we offer. It's the only one we offer with the 1200 blower. But this is the answer to our supercharger belt slipping problems. And again, buy it in the store. Pulley hub belt in the 3-inch. This on a air-to-air kit, we see between 14 and 15 psi. On a water-to-air kit, we see between 17 and 18 psi. That's about the max you can run safely. You can run a little bit more, but safely on pump gas, tune it, you make the best power, and you're not overrunning the supercharger, you're not going to damage it. So this is it, check it out, 3.6 and the 3-inch pulley in stock in the LHT store. There it is. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.